Yeah. Hey, yeah. Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gon' be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pound. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Step back, let me get some room. Congrats every time I'm through. Same packet, nobody knew, so I never get confused. Hotel get a bird's eye view, hotel get a waiting room. Read a magazine while you wait for me, baby, I'll be done so soon. Phone gotta be off, each store got locks, I got some trusted shoes. 10K on the countertop, don't look so shocked, it's nothing new. Death comes in threes, wins come in twos, cash comes in ones. Throw it up, celebrate some news. I do a good job, pull up and pop out and pull out. Head on and hood on, pedal to metal. When I put my foot on, I got to put on. I got a bad one, they wanna keep me, oh that's a good one. Pockets are dense, I think my bread is hard as a crouton. Receipts in my pocket don't come with a coupon. Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gon' be from old age.
Entering settings screen, you have 19 options. Menu narration option is set to off is selected.
Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Touchdown, 8th floor, come down, hotel, lobby. Receptionist, what now? 11 a.m. Check out, might give her one foul just to tell her it's one now. How come? I need rest, no recess in my schedule. Mama used to serve vegetables, now half the meals got tentacles. Half the Emirates need a reservation and half my money goes straight to taxes. But I don't trip about it, that's what happens when you got dreams closer than a match. And plus all your boys got expensive habits. Go. I know what they're thinking, they don't even gotta say it. Nope. They thinking they just made it. I know how to make everybody feel famous. I don't gotta work no day shift. I don't gotta split no payment. I don't gotta answer questions. And I don't need you to okay it. Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gon' be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pound. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. They should take it to 10. Hey.
Y'all already know what time it is, huh? Playing skills, you did. Playing skills. Ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, hole on the wrist, watch out flip, watch out whip.
All right, Coach, we welcome everybody to the Garden State. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. This is the scene just before we came on air. This New York crowd fired up by the arrival of their G-men as they burst from the locker room. They're ready to go as the Giants get set to match up with the Buffalo Bills. Two clubs here, each looking to rebound from a Week 1 loss as we're underway on EA Sports. This fielded a few yards into the end zone, and he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Now a man closing in on 15,000 career rush yards, Frank Gore. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. So add that tackle for a loss to the 2 that he had a week ago.
And you know what he's doing right now?
Smiling?
Yeah, definitely doing that. But he's also patting his guys on the back, his defensive front, because they're keeping him clean, meaning no one's getting to him as a blocker. He's able to run to the football, and the plays he's making, he's spilling them in the offensive backfield.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. He's going deep for Brown. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, You'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
And this opening drive not going to plan. This is now 3rd and 13. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. He's going deep for Brown. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
61, matchbox lights. Snap.
Operating from the gun. Jones gets this out to Saquon Barkley. He's at the 40, 20, 10. Touchdown, Giants. Saquon Barkley. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Rosas good with the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerve. Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. Give the sack to Lorenzo Carter.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Another try after the first down sack. Allen, he's got Gore. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Gore. Tackle made that time by Dalvin Tomlinson.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
Now Gore. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Tackle made by Marcus Golden.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
No. 52 right here. I'm going back to you. I'm going back to you.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. And he finds Tyler Croft. And he's got the 1st down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a 1st down. So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. They run with a former Jaguar. It's T.J. Yeldon, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Second and 11 at the 41-yard line.
Double time. You got 3 down.
On 2nd and 11 now. Allen. He's got the hook up to John Brown on the right side. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Brown signed with the Bills in March. Last year he was in Baltimore, 4 seasons in Arizona prior to that, but they're hoping that Brown can add a lot of speed to this offense, which he should. Last year in Baltimore, 715 yards and 5 touchdowns.
Hey, seam 6. Seam, go.
To throw on 3rd down. Allen hit. He lost the football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. And he will score. Touchdown, Giants. Rosas to add the extra point. Good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. On first down, Gore. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys to continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well.
First down, Bills.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Allen. And the grab by Croft. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
It's a gain of 25.
It's so important to tackle well against these guys, but you and I both know that's easier said than done when the guy you're trying to tackle looks like this guy.
And it's usually going to take more than one man to get him down, and it did right there. First trip to the red zone for the Bills. They've got a 1st and 10 from the 10. Throwing now is Allen. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. Julian Love, the rookie from Notre Dame, there to get a hand in.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that.
That's caught by Brown for a Bills touchdown. John Brown, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdowns scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. Labushka now to send this one away following the score. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, to see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
On second down, here's Barkley. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
Ready.
On third down, Jones. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. Well contained there defensively. The screen gets only a yard, and it's fourth. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high-percentage play because you get the completion. What you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. The Bills with the football as we start quarter number 2, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Here's Allen. It's caught left side by John Brown. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
A second down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. So the shotgun snap to Allen. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. So instead of 4th down, 1st down.
Well, so much for winning the down you put a lot of emphasis on because third down is key for offense and defense. Instead, you're going to stay on the field and start a new set of downs.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Allen from the gun, he'll throw. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Kareem Martin. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Here's Allen to throw it. And he will find his man on the outside. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
3rd and long. It's Allen. There goes a deep ball. End zone. That's caught by Brown for a Bills touchdown. John Brown. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Hauschka adds the extra point. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And that 14-0 lead to begin the ball game, well, that's gone now. Time to regroup.
I think even up 2 touchdowns, they knew this wasn't going to be a walk in the park, and I think that's why we would see the head coach going up and down the sidelines telling his team, let's stay with it, let's keep going. It's almost like he knew they were going to make their run at him, and they have. As you said, let's see if they can regroup and get going again.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it.
But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line.
Well, this is one of the downsides of being a rookie quarterback. You know you're going to get called out about everything you do that goes wrong. Here, maybe he's a little uncertain about where to go with the football. And at this level, uncertainty equals turnovers. And this one winds up being intercepted.
Check 319.
Check 52's the mic. Come on, come on.
Allen fakes the give and keeps himself. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Zay Jones was the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down. That one doesn't find its target, but all in all, he's been much sharper this week. He was under 50% a week ago, and now he's up over 70%.
But you know it's standard for quarterbacks and receivers get together for a little extra time each and every day in practice. I get the sense they got together for a lot of extra time this week to try and improve that passing percentage.
And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Dexter Lawrence in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career. So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. Allen now throwing on 3rd and long. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked up by Janoris Jenkins. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. On 2nd and 7. Jones, and he rifles one incomplete. Cody Latimer, the intended receiver. But now it's third down.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Jones now operating from the gun. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. The veteran Jerry Hughes drops the hammer in the backfield.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
Remember, with Rosas, there was some speculation last year in the preseason that he might not hold on to his job with the Giants.
But he certainly answered the challenge, didn't he? 32 of 33 during the regular season, 97% that is, and was named to the NFC Pro Bowl team. And by the way, at 6'3", 234, he can bench press your kicker.
And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, Allen. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Allen again here on 2nd and 10. Cannot get away, and down he goes.
Well, that's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a 2nd one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long.
Hey, box truck.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Allen. And that's complete to Croft. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his 2nd week of the regular season. First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Allen going to throw. He's going deep. It's caught at the 10. A big play here for Buffalo. 48 yards. But one thing's for sure, they're going to have to come up with something at halftime, because he is absolutely roasting them right now.
They're going to go through the whole litany of things, changing coverages, what are we going to do, put a man on him. The big thing to me is treat it like a good pitcher treats pitching a game. Change your timing, change your location. So sometimes you're up on him, sometimes you're back. Just change up the looks that he sees and make him just a little bit more hesitant.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. Now Allen. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up on Julian Love, the rookie from Notre Dame. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it.
And no forward progress here. This is going to be a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. Ooh. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
That's a lot of points. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Under a minute to play here in the half. Time for a late drive.
It makes sense when you think about it. Hey, try and get a field goal. Give yourself a lead going into the half. But if you're going to do this, you better have supreme trust in your quarterback. Supreme trust in the guy who's going to handle the football. Because if you turn it over here, not only do you go in down at the half, you've given the momentum squarely to your opponent.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Play action. Now it's Allen. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. Give him 18 on that one as the Bills are going to have a first down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. He's going to let this one go deep. And this is caught at the 20. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So off goes Allen, and on comes Stephen Hauschka for the Buffalo field goal. It'll be from the right hash, and it'll be a 36-yarder. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and the Bills have come back to regain the lead. So a little late drama in the first half as that kick will give them the lead into intermission.
Isn't this fun the way that this is unfolding? You're exactly right. The late drama, 3 points go up on the board, and we go into the half with a new leader.
Now after the made field goal, Hauschka back out onto the field to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. Corey Coleman. And he takes it the distance. No time remaining.
No cloth on the field.
Yeah, no flags, and it's a kickoff return to end the first half. PAT up and good by Rosas. So we've come to halftime in a 5-point game. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. This will be taken very short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you turn that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll go to Barkley again. He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Here's Jones from the gun on 3rd down. He'll get this out to Barkley, complete. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. They'll try and start the drive here with Gore. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain block. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Kareem Martin able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
In your face.
Instead, they go empty backfield as they'll look to throw. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. That one good for 24 yards.
24-yard gain on the play.
And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Allen from the gun, he'll throw. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Jabril Peppers, a former 1st-round pick, there on the coverage.
Didn't have a receiver. Open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Here we go, G.
Alert!
Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Allen to throw. To throw again. He sets to fire deep. He's got a man. Complete. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
It's your first drive of the 2nd half. You're down on the scoreboard. Maybe you just say to yourself, let's take a shot, see if we can shake them up. And, boy, they hit that one.
They'll run on 1st down. Goal. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, they're hoping that the 2nd half is better for him than the 1st half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
At the 35-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Allen. He'll get the 1st down and more inside the 20. And all the way down to the 17-yard line. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 17-yard line.
And the Bills' 1st down.
Let's go, D.
Operating from the red zone now. Allen. That is caught inside the 5. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit them, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. To the air, Allen. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out.
Forty 47's the mic. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Woo!
They'll try and push it in with goal. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
The veteran Frank Gore stands alone in the backfield on 2nd and goal. That's caught at the 2. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Bills have retaken the lead. So Allen breaks the huddle, and his guys will go for 2 here. And here's Allen, operating from the gun. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. And in the 3rd quarter here, they were trying to push that to a 3-point game, but instead it'll stay at 1.
And I'm a big proponent of not chasing points or going for 2 too early. But in this case, I understand why. You know, if you kick an extra point, you're just up 2, right? So a field goal still puts the other team ahead. So you go for 2 here and protect the field goal lead. They didn't get it done, though.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Jones. On the catch, this is Russell Shepard. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Jones throw on target to Shepard. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. A lot of people thinking that this could be a good year for Sterling Shepard to step out of the shadows of Odell Beckham Jr. But a season ago, pretty good for Sterling Shepard. 66 receptions, 872 yards, and now hoping for a 1,000-yard campaign in 2019. A beautiful fake. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And down to the 7-yard line. A tremendous play there from Saquon Barkley. 48 yards on the ground.
First and goal at the 7-yard line.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5.
They're not ready for this. To go.
From the gun, Jones. And it's caught. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Wayne Goldman, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Giants are once again going to retake the lead. The Giant offense going to stay on the field as they'll go for 2. Now Jones. And he will find the end zone here, and the lead moves up to 7. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. He's going deep for Brown. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
Well, I guess we just discovered that someone is certainly not going to sit back and just take it in this game, huh?
No, they were trying to get that touchdown back in one shot.
One shot, trying to help out his defense and let the other team know they were coming after him.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. On play action, Allen. It got his man complete. John Brown, the 20, 10. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. And, yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple seconds mulling over what the penalty would do for them?
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
At home, he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Welcome back now here in East Rutherford. This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a one-point difference here as we begin the fourth quarter of play. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Jones from the gun, he'll throw. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Jerry Hughes picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And they weren't in zone coverage, they were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Throwing, Jones. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And he's got a 1st down as a tackle made at the Bills' 37.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now Jones, operating from the gun. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this fourth quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you've got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
This ball complete. Jones to Ingram. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. A 1st down carry for Barkley. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Hey, watch the ball, watch the ball. Get it.
Jones fakes the give to Barkley. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Evan Ingram, his 1st touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. Rosas True Blue. And that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
Check, check 43. Check, check, check. Hey, tight. 5 wide. 52.
They'll start on the ground with Gore. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 27-yard line.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Allen now looks to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. To throw, it's Allen. He's going to want. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. What a play that turns out to be, 36 yards.
Round 80!
Stop your whining.
Hey, hold.
Now Allen.
What we got?
And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. T.J. Green with a pick. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
First down, Giants on a pickup of 14. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. A first carry now for Alex Collins. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Jones now from the gun on 3rd down. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23.
And the Giants first down. 1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On first down, Barkley. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
X3, 218, chopper.
Again, it's Barkley. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Set, 18, Gator. Go, go, go.
They'll try the right side here. Barkley. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And Rosas puts this one through. And that will bump the lead up to 11. So barring something extraordinary here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Yeah, they've got to find 2 scores. So, we're not going to exactly move it over there yet. It can be done, but, boy, it's going to be a little bit of a stretch for them, isn't it?
Yeah, they would have to move incredibly quick and have some luck, too. After the field goal, here's Rosas to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw forward.
No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Now Allen throwing again. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. Allen now throwing on 3rd and long. Now in desperation, he's got a man, complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Give him 35 yards there on the 3rd down conversion.
First down, Bills.
52's the mic. I got one.
On play action, Allen. He's going to let it fly. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. He was trying to get it to Zay Jones that time, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Looking to erase a 2-score deficit here in the 4th quarter, going for some big plays.
Yeah, they certainly were. They just decided one shot, didn't they? Forget trying to move the ball downfield in small little increments. Let's go for the big one. But how about the deep?
Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. Dexter Lawrence getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys are just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Different style and a different flow.
So for the Giants, they make amends for